Hello everyone, today I'm going to be using Posca pens for only the second time ever, and there's a lot I can mess up on, so let's see what I come up with. Just in case you haven't seen my last video where I try out Posca pens for the first time, well, first of all you should go check that out, but also I only have these 8 colors and I have no idea really how to use these still. But anyway, I go ahead on and start with my sketch, and before I get too far into the design, I need to take a little bit of a coffee break because I know that I've got a long one ahead of me. Now, after doing this, I looked up if Posca pens could be blended, and I knew that they were acrylic-based markers, but I didn't really think about it. And so I did not do any sort of blending in this because I'm still new to the idea of Posca pens. So this is going to be another more block art, pop art kind of design. So I decided to go with 2 lemonade jars, and I'm starting off with the pink Posca pen, and then I'm going to go from there. Now that I know that these can be blended in some way, I'm still not exactly sure how. I'm definitely going to try this again, but actually create hopefully something a little more artsy and not as pop art, which there's nothing wrong with pop art, but I've been doing things a little bit differently because I didn't think that I could mix the colors. But now I know that you can, so I definitely will have to try that out on the 3rd try. You know what they say, 3rd time's a charm, so hopefully it'll work out better and I'll create something even cooler than what I have created already. This lemonade design is inspired by the warmer weather. There's nothing that I like more than a glass of lemonade on a hot day, so this was what inspired it, and I wanted to do a full page spread and take on a bit of a bigger canvas, a little bit bigger of an area, to make some Posca pen art on. And part of this challenge for me as well is to only use the Posca pens in this art, so that's what I'm doing, just doing my best to make different textures and contrasts with the 8 colors that I didn't know you could blend. So that's on me, but first I start off with this nice neon pink jar of lemonade, and later I contrast it with another jar of lemonade on the other side, which you'll see come to life very soon. Although the Posca pens can be blended, I actually really like messing around with this kind of pop art, block art style because it gives me a lot more freedom in a way to not be so hard on myself and not be worried about making things look realistic or look the right color tones or whatever, because I can't put that much pressure on myself because I only have 8 colors that can't be blended. And even though that's not true and they can be blended, it was nice to not have that pressure, and it was nice to kind of just do something fun and purposefully bright. Typically, the art that I see for Posca pens on like Pinterest and things like that, typically the art is more in a block style, so I'm kind of confused about what that is. And also, while I was doing some research, I read that you can blend Posca pens because they're acrylic, so they're water-based, but also that if you blend them with the nib, then that can ruin the nib and make them discolored. And so I'm not really sure how to go about trying to blend them, but that's definitely an experiment that I want to try. Now it's time to start on the jar across from the pink lemonade, and this is a yellow lemonade, which is also very neon. I will say I have never seen lemonade this bright colored. However, it still looks delicious, but I probably wouldn't drink it if my lemonade was that pink or that yellow. But hey, for this, it works just fine. If you couldn't tell already, I decided to make 1 jar of lemonade pink with a yellow lemon, and then I make this glass of lemonade. I don't know why I couldn't come up with the word glass until now. I just kept calling them jars, which they're in jars, but a glass of lemonade sounds way more appealing than a jar of lemonade. But anyway, basically what I'm trying to say is the jar on the left is pink lemonade with a yellow lemon, and the jar on the right is yellow lemonade with a pink lemon. Say that 10 times fast and tell me how that goes, because I could barely say it slowly one time. After I had both of the sides color blocked out, I decided to try and add some highlights to both sides, and I also added some darker colors for contrasting purposes. I wanted it to look more like a jar, and I wanted there to be more color variation. And then I moved on to this little connecting lemon, I suppose. It's the lemon that connects the pages, so it's the connecting lemon. But the connecting lemon I colored in a solid yellow, and then I added some pink dots because I don't have orange, which apparently I do have orange because I have red and yellow, and you can blend the colors, but I'll stop talking about that because it's pretty obvious now that I know, you know, we know, everyone knows. At this point, I still wasn't feeling like the pages were very unified, so I thought adding these little liquid puddles underneath each corresponding glass of lemonade would tie the pages together a little bit more than they were. And then I also decided to outline each one in the opposite color, or the same color as what was in the jar, but opposite colors of each other, to make them stand out a little bit better. I definitely think that helped the drawings pop off of the page a lot more and you could see them better, but I still thought that they weren't very unified or connected, so I was trying to think of a way that I could connect each glass of lemonade to the other glass of lemonade, and I decided to try and create a sort of, well, to be honest with you, it was supposed to be like a liquid transition in the background. However, I asked my husband what it was, and he said it was like their auras almost. So either way, it's either their sort of aura stream or it is liquid. Whatever you see, that's fine. But I decided to put that behind the jars. Dang it. The glasses of lemonade, so that way they were a bit more connected. Really don't know why I keep saying jar of lemonade. That just doesn't sound right. But anyway, I try to keep more pink on the left side with the pink lemonade and more yellow on the right side with the yellow lemonade. So hopefully that translated, and then I added some kind of white highlight squiggles throughout the liquid or aura, whatever you want to say, and also added some highlights around the rest of the picture as well. I could definitely see the design coming together and it looked more cohesive to me with the stream in the background. However, I still didn't feel like there was a lot of contrast, so I decided to add this dark blue to a lot of the drawing so that way more things could pop off from everything else, because right now there's pretty much 2 colors, 3 colors, and I wanted to add another color so there was more contrast, and also so things weren't just all looking the same. At first, I only tried to add a little bit, but as you can see, I just kept adding more and more because, well, to be quite honest, I just felt like it needed more, so that's what I kept doing until I felt satisfied with how much extra I added. I added some decorative little dots in the background, and then the design was pretty much finished. I still have a lot to learn apparently with these Posca pens, such as how to blend them, but I'm very excited with how this one turned out, and I had so much fun creating this kind of pop art lemonade design. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it makes you feel like summer's on its way, and if you liked this video, please be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. Here are the final results. Enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.